Dear student, myself Dr. Shrikant, VL College of Pharmacy, Raichur. Please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest pharmacy videos. Today we are going to discuss a topic with the continuation of the last video where I enlightened the suspension, what are suspension, what are the advantages of suspension, disadvantages of suspension, and also I enlightened the more important ideal properties of the suspension. Continuing with that video, today we are discussing the topic classification of suspension. Classification of suspension is very much important for examination, many times asked in your examination. Okay, so classification of suspension, mainly there are four types of classification are there. One is based on route of administration, that is an oral suspension. Example we called as an ampicillin suspension. And externally applied suspension, that is a suspension which is applied on the external body part, that is called as an example a calamine suspension. And parenteral suspension, that is an example crystalline zinc insulin injection suspension which is available in the market. This is the one based on the route of administration. And second classification is more important compared to the other types of classification. So based on nature of dispersed phase, here I told in the suspension two phases are there. One is a dispersed phase, another one is a dispersion phase. Dispersed phase is always in this case, so what is that? Insoluble solid, whereas dispersion phase is always a liquid vehicle. So in this, based on the nature of the dispersed phase, there are number of the types of suspensions are available, and will enlighten more which are important for your examination. So diffusible suspension. One is a diffusible suspension. Example are the magnesium trisulfate suspension, kaolin suspension. What is this diffusible suspension? Means they are the solid ingredient are light, easily wettable water, insoluble in solid and readily mixed with water of the water after shaking and distribute evenly for a certain period of time. Means what is the diffusible? Means they are the solids, they can be insoluble in nature and they are distributed in a dispersion media for a while. Upon a shaking, you can the distribution of these dispersed globule for a while. So the sufficient time will get to measure the required dose of this diffusible suspension, and you can administer to the patient. Such type of the suspension we called as a diffusible suspension. Very clear word. यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, डिफ्यूजिबल सॉलिड रहता है ना, वो डिस्पर्शन मीडियम में हम लोग डिस्पर्स किया तो लेने से पहले हम लोग उसको अच्छी तरह से शेक करें तो जो भी ड्रग रहता है ना, ड्रग मॉलिक्यूल यूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होता है. जब तक होता है हम लोग डोज आराम से मेज़र करके पेशेंट को एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन करते हैं ना, वो टाइम तक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन रहता है. ऐसे चीज़ को सॉलिड रहता है ना, वो बोलते हैं हम डिफ्यूजिबल सॉलिड. And most commonly example are the calcium carbonate, light kaolin and light magnesium. Okay, and indiffusible solids क्या होता है? Example are the zinc oxide suspension. These indiffusible solids are similar to diffusible solid only, but the difference is that when you are shaken, they will be distributed in the dispersion media, but immediately the particle will get down. Means what is that? The time is not sufficient to measure this suspension and you can administer to the patient. Though are called as an indiffusible. Means it is not possible to measure this suspension with a measurer and administration. Within a short period, again this indiffusible solid will be settled down and thereby the uniformity of distribution will be disturbed. So such type of these suspensions are called as an indiffusible suspension. More commonly example are the aspirin, chalk powder, calamine. यहाँ पे ये समझ में आना है आप लोगों को, इंडिफ्यूजिबल बोले तो सिमिलर टू डिफ्यूजिबल ही रहता है, लेकिन जैसे ये डिफ्यूजिबल में शेक करे तो थोड़ी देर तक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट रहता है ड्रग, लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, पार्टिकल सेटल बहुत फास्ट हो जाता है. तो उससे क्या हो जाता है, जब भी हम लोग डोज मेज़र करना बोले तो उसके अंदर का टाइम पे ही ये सेटल हो जाता है और अनयूनिफॉर्म डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो जाता है, इसलिए बोलते हैं indiffusible solids. ये दिस indiffusible solid can be rectified by the rectified by the easy method. One is you to increase the viscosity, thereby settling of particle will be reduces and this uniform distribution of the particle will be enhances by the stability. There are mainly two methods which are commonly used to adapt the indivisible make into diffusible. So one is called as by using the compound tragacanth powder, example as 2%, 2 gram in 100 ml. Another method what you can use by tragacanth mucilage. Though two methods are there to make the indivisible into diffusible. And third type of suspension based on the nature of dispersed phase, suspension containing a precipitate forming liquid, example lobelia. Suspension containing potent medicament, example hyoscine hydrobromide. Suspension containing oily substances, example eucalyptus oil. Suspension containing the poorly wettable solid, example precipitated sulfur powder. These are the based on the nature of the dispersed phase how the suspensions are classified. And next comes to the more important for your examination is sometime this question is asked as what are the difference between flocculated and deflocculated. So that is another important the classification of the suspension, and also you can get the answer for two questions. One is a classification, another one how you differentiating the flocculated and deflocculated. For that also answer you will get. And third classification is based on the appearance of dispersed globule. मैंने बताया था in earlier video dispersed फेस में तो ये हो जाता है जो पार्टिकल रहता है, इसके अंदर जो रहता है ना वो बोलते हैं डिस्पर्शन मीडिया. सो बेस्ड ऑन द अपीयरेंस में से जैसे दिखता है हमारा आंखें को उसके हिसाब से ये फ्लोकुलेटेड डिफ्लोकुलेटेड कैसा बना है. सो बेस्ड ऑन द appearance of dispersed phase there are two types are there. One is a deflocculated, another one is a flocculated. So let me discuss very detail what is the difference between the flocculated and deflocculated. अपीयरेंस वाइज में डिफ्लोकुलेटेड में कैसा रहता है, डिस्पर्स्ड पार्टिकल विल बी इंडिविजुअल एंटिटी, मतलब वो जोड़ता नहीं है. ओके, इंडिविजुअल एंटिटीज. ओके, सो डिफ्लोकुलेटेड डिस्पर्स्ड फेज आर showing as an independent means single particle, whereas flocculated suspension में ये जो individual particle रहता है जोड़ के flux बन जाता है, उसको बोलते हैं flux. That is why it is called as flocculated. It's called as a flocculated. Flocculated nothing but individual particle they will join and make the one chain system, that's called as a floccules or network like a structure. Okay, that is a formation. According to the rate of sedimentation in deflocculated suspension, the slow sedimentation will be there, because in this case what happen, individual particle will be there now, their density will be very less, hence what happen, the sedimentation is very slow. Whereas in case of flocculated suspension, the formation of floccules that will be increases the density and thereby the rapid sedimentation will be there. Thereby the rapid sedimentation will be there. Are you understand? Because of the individual entity, its density is less, hence the sedimentation is slow. Whereas in flocculated, because of the joining of each particle making the flux, the density will be increases and thereby sedimentation rate will be rapid. ये समझ में आया ना? फ्लोकुलेट में सेडिमेंटेशन फास्ट क्यों रहता है बोले तो फ्लोक्यूल्स फॉर्म हो जाता है ना, उससे डेंसिटी बढ़ जाता है. अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द सेडिमेंटेशन, सेडिमेंटेड पार्टिकल कैसा दिखता है हम लोगों को फ्लोकुलेटेड डिफ्लोकुलेटेड में. डिफ्लोकुलेटेड में कैसा रहता है, वेरी क्लोज रहता है, एक बार पार्टिकल सेटल होने के बाद एकदम बहुत क्लोज हो जाता है. whereas in flocculated these floccules are very loosely arranged, just you shake it the container, again this dispersion containing the dispersed phase will be separate into individual particle. And formation of sediment, in case of deflocculated, once the particle will be settled down, it will forms a very hard cake, very hard cake, you cannot be redisperse even upon the shaking. Whereas in cases flocculated, it is a very loose floccules and you shake it, again it will be redistribute and there is no question of formation of any hard cake in case of the flocculated. Supernet layer in case of deflocculated very turbid, because particle individually आता है ना, तो उससे क्या हो जाता है, पार्टिकल उधर इधर रहने से ऊपर का जो सुपरनेट रहता है ना टर्बिड दिखता है. लेकिन यहाँ पे क्या हो जाता है, फ्लोकुलेटेड में पार्टिकल फ्लोक्यूल्स बनाता है और नीचे आ जाता है, उससे क्या हो जाता है, वो जो ऊपर का जो सुपरनेट रहता है ना वेरी क्लियर दिखता है उसके लिए. एंड डिस्पर्सिबिलिटी, डीफ्लक्युलेटेड सस्पेंशन वंस केक इज फॉर्म्ड मीन्स आप शेक करो या मिक्स करो वो क्या हो जाता है, डिफिकल्ट टू मिक्स. वेर एज फ्लैकुलेटेड बिकॉज ऑफ द लूजली अरेंजमेंट ऑफ दीज फ्लक्यूल्स यू कैन ईजिली redistribute into the suspension. And patient acceptably मतलब पेशेंट किस तरह से फ्लैकुलेटेड एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, डीफ्लक्युलेटेड एक्सेप्ट करते बोले तो डीफ्लक्युलेटेड एक्सेप्ट करते हैं बिकॉज अच्छा दिखता है देखने में. वेर एज फ्लैकुलेटेड ये क्या कुछ दिखता है ना, जैसे गलीज दिखता है, देखते हैं तो क्या खराब हुआ, क्या अंदर रिएक्शन हुआ, अंदर केमिकल रिएक्शन हुआ, ऐसा अपीयरेंस दिखता है ना, उसको बोलते हैं पेशेंट विल बी नॉट एक्सेप्टिंग मोर. एंड स्टेबिलिटी वाइज डीफ्लक्युलेटेड आर वेरी लेस बिकॉज वंस केक इज फॉर्म्ड इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, वेर एज स्टेबिलिटी वाइज फ्लैकुलेटेड इज मोर because the floccules can be easily redistributed at any time. And the dispersed phase not sticks to the infloculated. I told very clear, dispersed phase जो रहता है in deflocculated system will not be sticks onto the any container, whereas in case of flocculated the dispersed phase will be sticks onto the container, and again it will be seems to be a not good look. These are the very much important differentiation between the flocculated, deflocculated. Okay, so that is why it's very much important in examination. This part only may be asked in your examination as an one big question or together the classification of suspension. Last classification is based on chemical reaction, that is the example of magnesium hydroxide, that is magnesium hydroxide as a suspension. Chemical reaction method upon the chemical reaction of the each ingredient, individual ingredient in the prescription that will leads to the formation of suspension. That is another example of the classification. So ये क्लास से हमको easiest से हमको पता चला कि सस्पेंशन क्लासीफाई कैसा करते, किस तरह से. एक तो रूट के हिसाब से, रूट ऑफ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के हिसाब से, दूसरी बात द डिस्पर्स्ड फेस रहता है ना उसके हिसाब से किस तरह से डिफ्यूजिबल, इनडिफ्यूजिबल, प्रेसिपिटेट फॉर्मिंग, पोटेंट, ऑयली सब्सटेंस, पोरस सब्सटेंस आर द classification. And major classification is based on the appearance of a dispersed phases, deflocculated and flocculated, and final classification is based on the chemical reaction. मैं समझता हूँ ये क्लास से आपको बहुत सरल से ये क्लासिफिकेशन आपको समझ में आया. Thank you very much for watching this video.